Hey guys, welcome to week number 2. This is day 14. I'm reviewing it for y'all, and it's about 11 p.m. at night, and I said I was going to get this done, so I'm doing my best. I threw up the camera, I got a new setup around me, and boom, I'm filming. So what I'm going to be talking about is how I'm feeling now. What's my current condition? What are some things that I'm still going through an act of containing and then proceeding with, and as well as what am I going to do in the future, and is there any adjustments, as well as some final thoughts. So, in my current condition, I'm fighting sickness right now. There was a bug, what kind of bug you want. I wouldn't say it's a cold, dry cough, and irritated throat, runny nose, and stuff of this nature. And my family's been going through it, and so I'm just coming off of it. So, week 2, I was hit with a sickness, and I was quite busy at other people's places. It's still a bit of the holidays. I just had 2 birthdays this week that I had to attend family-wise, and the sickness has thrown me off. But I've been trying to keep on my game, right? But I'm feeling better. And talking about feeling better, how am I feeling with my inner vitality, if you would excuse me? I'm feeling good. Beyond the sickness part, I'm feeling good, and I would accredit my immune system. Had it been any worse, I think I would have really been but I credit it to some good stuff I've been doing. My immune system handled this pretty well. It was just tedious. It was just an extra thing to have to deal with, annoyance of blowing your nose and blowing your nose and blowing your nose. So, feeling, how do I feel inside? I don't feel like there's something really wrong with my body. Now, have I noticed any differences with my reaction to the detoxing and whatnot? Yes, I have. My skin, what would happen on my skin was that I would get these, I would say in a sense, pimples, like a whitehead. But imagine the whitehead dried out, and it was just like the little bit of that white pus dried out. And my body was doing this through a lot of areas. It was not like the whiteheads I had before through malnutrition and whatnot. This was basically my skin being as porous as it is a way of toxins to leave through urinary and through your skin. It was leaving, and it was leaving a lot in the first week. I was always kind of, in a sense, scratching off the heads, but it wasn't like a pimple where you had to pop it. It just exfoliate it, or whatever the word is, basically rub it off. In essence, you're not supposed to use your nails, but you know what, I'm a boy, and I still do stupid things, right? So, that reduced, and pissing, when I take some of these detox teas, I get the rush like 4 or 5 times to still have to piss. As for gas, still getting these really stinky gas, and this week has been like, I think, horrible. It was like, just people that smell it are just, this is ranky, this is like you best go to the bathroom, rid of yourself of anything. Just they couldn't handle the smell. I can't even handle my own smell. So, I don't know if this was just the layer and the crud that I had all inside of me. This is the layer that's just horrible, or whatnot. I don't, yes, in my diet, I've been eating some junk food and some soda here and there, but not like I used to. And I don't think I can accredit that smell to some of the stuff that I ate. The juicing still been pretty much the same. So I don't know. So yeah. So there's also, I've noticed, is a reduction of facial pimples. If I did have any, it was either because I wear basically a baklava or a ski mask that just covers everything but remains just my eye slits. And it gets hot sometimes, and the cotton irritates and rubs the skin, and the sweat, and hot and cold, and this plays a part. But again, I'd rather not have my face freezing at -10, -15 outside, and all the snow on my face and runny nose. So, I can attribute some of that to that could be it. As for whiteheads, greatly, like 90% reduction so far in whiteheads. Now it's just kind of red irritated. And that could be from anything that had dairy, the sugars or junk that I still had. Okay, I can say that much, or just being a boy, puberty, oily skin, but skin has gotten better. Yay to that. Now, my energy, I would say, is stabilizing out. You know, before week 1, I was mentioning how some of these times I would get these patches of tiredness. Now, I was consulted before by someone behind the counter who basically says it's quite important to take vitamin Bs, your B complexes basically, to help even out those patches. Now, I could have taken vitamins. I could also afford in my budget to do, but I'm not. And beyond that, I think I could find enough B complexes through vegetables, fruits, and meats that I don't need it as a supplement. The reason I take a supplement is I normally would not intake such a root or a powder or a fish bone or I don't know, whatever. Something that's kind of abnormal to eat, something very hard to obtain, and or just I don't like the taste of it. Like I don't like fish, so I'm not going to be getting any fishy omegas in my natural diet, so I'll go get a supplement. This is the only time I would really support supplementing. And so, have I eaten some? Yes, I've eaten somewhat bad. I mentioned that. Oh, yeah. Right now, what I've been doing today, and I'm still almost done with it, but I got tomorrow to still manage this. My apartment, my father and I, our apartment is upside down. Now, what do I mean by upside down? Well, I'm going to explain it on part 2 about what am I doing now. Well, bummer here. I just lost my temper. Camera blacked out again. I didn't have anything around to tell me if it's still running. I've been talking, and it shuts off, and this is just, I guess sometimes I just lose my temper on some of these things. It's repeatedly done this to me, and I got places that still work in my heart. I mean, an electronic doesn't listen, doesn't talk, it doesn't respond. It's just, for me, just stupid and it stays stupid. And it's like trying to work around this, and it burns me out sometimes, being limited by technology. Not quite responsive as I would like it to be. So, I'm just going to continue part 2, try to recap what I've already said. There's going to be no sense of originality like I had it before. I'm going to try to work back into kind of more of a positive attitude because still a bit frustrated and flexed by the situation that just happened. So, I was mentioning about how right now I've been adapting my surroundings to fit my priorities. And my priorities is to better my health, physically, mentally, spiritually, inner and outer. So, we've all heard about surroundings being negative to people. You know, you're in a bad surrounding, you know, being grown up in the ghetto, being grown up in a impoverished school, being grown up in the drug crack house, being grown up in a house with abuse, and, you know, all this, you know, curse words around you, and this environment can bring someone down. As well as we've heard the enlightened environments where money paved the way and built steps where others had, you know, a ramp where others had to take steps, and you have these kind of environments and surroundings. Now, put a musician in surroundings that, you know, amplify his ability and skills, how much more than if you did not. Now, God was showing me was basically to work and maximize what you have. And so I have to place what I have in a manner that is most efficient. Like a chain of production, you have, you know, step A to step Z. Now if B is here, C is here, and F and E and M and O, and it's all mixed up, rather than A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, etc., etc., you want to be the most efficient. So I've been shaping in, you know, this apartment maybe 10 to 11, 12 times since I've been here. But each time it's been shaped to according to what I have and what I decided to get rid of and what were my priorities. There's times when it was about gaming, and so I had a gaming set up in my room in privacy so I can cut my weed and roll my joints in privacy. There's times where I had the gym because I thought it was cool to have my gym, so that was a priority than clothes or whatnot. And now it's to make my father and our apartment like a company. You know, God called my father and I to be Christian businessmen, and that's what we are. But I do not treat what I have as business, just because, you know, I have this feeling in the sense that I don't have the keys to a company door or a legit serial number to give to the government about who I am and what my company is, that I'm not one. Right now, I am preparing with my father a business plan. You know, we're up to about 150 pages into it, but these are the blueprints to the company. Before you can build a building, you have to have blueprints. So we expect to see a building that's something already built in full color and full senses. It's there, you can touch it. But when an architect is designing on a paper, it doesn't seem so sufficient. It's just on paper. It's more of a thought getting translated, but that needs to be done before. And this is the process where I am, and so I need an environment that does not upset my capability to work. So a lot of us work, but we work for others better and more than we will work for ourselves. When we come home, if we clean cars, we don't have our car usually as clean as we would do for others. We tend to help others at work and our clients more and take their needs more than our own needs. We tend to neglect them. So when I arrived here, I didn't treat this as like a company, that I would if I were to arrive and do some consulting and to turn it around and how everything would be efficient and beautiful and well-minded. I did not really apply that here. Not as fruitful as I could have been. So now my goal is to get better in my life in all aspects, so my surroundings have to. So I've got more storage. So I got some cabinet drawers now. I got 2 of them. I brought them in, and I stuff in any loose wires, books, and things that were lying around, nipped them up, and while I was moving everything, great time to clean. So I've got all the dust off the the edges and ledges, cobwebs off the ceilings, big crumbs. Vacuum up the carpets, wash floors, clean off light bulbs of their dust and off the lighting, get more light, change light bulbs if you have to. Polish any wood, clean the glass, clean off your televisions, any fingerprints and the dust, empty trash cans, donate things, sell things, give things, obtain more containers to be able to place things in. Do whatever it is that you have to do. Make the place nice again. A clean place really gives us fresh air. If you have stains in your carpet, go rent a stain removal. Wash them. Vacuum your sofa. Bring life, restore leather, whatever. Just bring life back into it if you can. If that's possible, right? So I've been doing this in my place, and I'm going to give you a video clip of before and after. I changed, some painting color on the walls. Even the cabinet colors have changed. And so I've been readjusting this, and it's really been refreshing. Now I'm almost finished, and that's why I'm going to do the before and after to see if you kind of get that orientation sense that I get by the changes. If it feels more alive and homely, and other people, when they come in, they have their own reactions to how it feels. But the utmost part is that it's focused around the people that are really going to stay there. Not about the strangers that come once in a while. That should be your focal point, unless you have that luxury of really having a room. Now, I don't have it. My living room is my office with my father. My kitchen or my dining room area is basically a weight gym. My kitchen's preoccupied. My room has storage and my bed, so that I don't get much space to entertain people. I'm usually too preoccupied anyways. So, moving on to other things I'm still doing. I'm still taking chlorella, green powder, and I've been doing this every day, and I've been intaking about a tablespoon and a half a day. Now I've been doing a batch with my father, so there's been 3 tablespoons being used in a day out of the bag, and I've been doing it in a way that I don't taste the flavor, and this is in my video I'm going to be uploading quite soon enough, of a fruit blended mix of vegetables and fruit. And I don't taste the green powder, but yet I'm intaking it. I'm getting the detoxing effects out of it. And so you'll see that video soon enough. I've been intaking that, and it's about, it seems the quantity that I use, considering I'm taking 3 tablespoons a day, approximately, but for 2 people at this point, about $20 a week of green powder. Now, if you have that finance available, it's a good 20 bucks to use. How long in my body and I can take it? Well, I'll adapt to see if I don't really feel any more changes, then I think I'm gonna let off of it. Or if my finance dictates, then I'm gonna have to stop taking it because of financial purposes. So I'm also still taking my teas, my 3 teas a day, and sometimes I'll miss because I usually have one in the morning, one in the afternoon, one in the evening. So if I miss one, I'll kind of blend 2 teas, get 2 teas, put them in together and drink both of them at the same time. How good that is for someone, well, I can only imagine it can't be that bad, consisting to the fact that some teas have 8 ingredients mixed into one. So what's adding another ingredient going to do to the pot? Now, with the teas, yes, I'm still pissing a lot and still getting used to that, but necessary to my detox. Just one of the extra tools in the tool bin, and I've been going at it. I'm getting used to the tastes though. I'm adapting, and I'm not using any honey really anymore. I'm just doing the effect of trying to gulp it, finishing like maybe 5-6 good gulps. As for training, what I'm still doing is, how do I say? I train a muscle, but I'm not overdoing it because, one, I'm getting my muscles used to it. I'm focusing on my body on the detoxing and inner intake at this point, and because I'm sick this week and I'm just finishing it off. So in the 2 weeks that I should be training, I have trained, but it was not my high output. Okay, this has been limited, so yes, my results are going to be limited exterior-wise, on losing weight. It's because my focus has been drawn to my sickness, and it's been drawn to my body recovering through detox. So week 1 was hard with the detox. Week 2 was not so bad with detox, but with sickness to it, which, anybody who's been sick, that just sucks. I will up my game on fitness once I get off of this flu. So this leads me to what am I going to be doing, if there's going to be any changes and any final thoughts. Now, there's one which is I kind of, in the sense, can't wait, not because it's like a toy, it's just I can't wait because it's going to make my life easier. And this is getting a gamer computer. I'm getting a gamer computer because in that sense, those who really do gaming, and this is a tower, their graphic cards, their processor, their cores, their RAM, their memory, everything is kind of accelerated more than your normal computer that you're going to get. Now the point with this is basically I do a lot of downloads, I need to do uploads, and I need fast transfer times. Now if I can cut my time by at least half of what I spend, I have half that time to do something else in my life, which is get stronger, faster, smarter, and all that good stuff, right? So this should be coming in within a few weeks, and now this will be affecting my my videos, because how much more I can put up and how fast I can do it, and the frustrations, some of it can be melted away. Yes, I must have a seed somewhere if I get frustrated to the point that I did just before this part of my video that I have to work on. I'm going to work on it. I'm going to figure out what it is. These things pop up, and you got to ask yourself a question: why? Why is it still there? Or why did I get aggravated to that point? And God will show me the point, and I got to deal with that. But this computer is really going to help. And on that thought, basically, I'm going to have to focus more on the Word of God. That's something I need to get more into. God's been showing me to focus more, and I just got to do it. So I got to remove some more distractions, and better manage my time to get more of His Word in. And I spend time with Him, but this is mainly His focus was reading His Word. That was something more that was really going to water the plants in my heart, the seeds in my heart. It's going to structurify me to strengthen me. That's what He was showing me, and it's something that I'm going to be applying within that's pretty much immediately. Now, like I mentioned before, I'm going to up my training, once I get off sick. Once I'm going to get off sick. Now I'm adapting it to, if my body takes less from detox, I'm going to give more into training. And it's been offset because I've been doing a lot of movement of stuff around in my in our apartment here, and this is affecting my gym area right now. So because I had to move things and all the painting, and then it's just, once this gets settled, then I could be able to put more focus on that and energy towards that, and that's what I want. This is I'm wanting to work out. It's going to happen soon enough, and I'm going to go with my. Well, I was talking about how my electronics are going to be bettering my efficiency. Now, I ran out of memory card space. I was in a rush to get things done. I forgot to transfer the videos, but luckily the contraption my father made of stacking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books using a cell phone with its off, so you can have a reflection of the screen of the cell phone to show the reflection of the screen on the camera, held by a giant camera lens, so I can see just off the corner of the cell phone that it turned off. So at least I quit talking. At least that. Now, lucky I have another SD card, or else it would have taken me an hour and a half to transfer 16 gigs onto the computer. So, I was basically just mentioning about how electronics are going to help me become more efficient. That's something that's happening. Well, I was also mentioning, actually, how to film, how to do better filming, and make sure you have enough memory, make sure you have enough battery, make sure you understand the weaknesses of your filming equipment. Obviously, with time, filming should get better, equipment should get better, and whatnot. This is improvement right now. I'm going to study videos, see if I can improve myself, improve those who may be there to film me, and from this should be able to give you a better experience. Obviously, we all watch television. There are excellent people out there that do this job, but right now, it's just me, myself, and I, and at times my father is there, and he helps me out, and thank goodness, you know. What I've also noticed, one of my final thoughts, was that I feel less bloated and my body feels tighter. Tighter, I guess, because the muscles are being active, so you get that that feeling of just muscles being pumped and building, and the bloat of the stomach has gone down, and just it seems not lipo, but it's just things have gotten tighter. So I've felt an improvement within these 2 weeks, body-wise, and I attribute that to detoxing, better food intake, and exercising. That's 3 good things, you know. There's also another thing that I want to accomplish, and that is finishing things that I've already started. Now, I think now is now my new So basically, if you look at my bookshelf, I have like about 6, 7 books I've started. I'm writing a book myself. I've got like 600-700 pages in the book. I've got that started. I've got what else do I have started? I have tuner projects where I'm modifying vehicles, making setup for vehicles. I have lots of videos I watch, and I have unmanaged folders and video files all loose on my hard drive. I have the painting that I've almost have not finished. I have I got a lot of unfinished business that I need to start finishing so I can better focus, take those burdens off, those loads off, and be able to really take smaller mouthfuls. I think I've bitten off too much to swallow at this point, and I'm choking, and I need Heimlich maneuver and just get back to normal. Start digesting enough information right now. So, any other final thoughts that I did not write down? My father's been seeing an effect of this detoxing. It's kind of strenuous on him right now. He basically is not working anymore at this point, just because we're at this point in our life where God says to move on, and He's going to be opening a new door, and so he's basically decompressing from not working and from all the work that he's gone through. The detox that I'm putting him through is cleaning him out as well, and he's you're making me drink another juice, and it's like it doesn't taste bad. No, it's not the taste. It's basically the effect that it has, and it's a positive, negative effect, if that makes any sense. Excuse me, it's I'm clogged up in the nose, so I'm trying to breathe out the mouth and whatnot. So excuse my a lot of coughing on this one. So, any other final thoughts? Thank you for any support that y'all been doing on Facebook. It's hard. I don't expect any support, and a lot of times I'll look and watch something but not comment, not even like it. It's just, it's just we're surfing on to the next one, and so yeah, week 3 is gonna be fast enough. Hopefully, more things are gonna happen. I'm gonna give you an update, and may God bless you. Any questions, just ask them. If you have any directions, say hey man, better lighting, better this. I would love to improve, and I'll try to improve. If I can maybe improve techniques. I know, like when I'm speaking, the room size echoes, which brings an echo onto the speaker or the recording speaker on the camera. So I do my best with what I have, and I'll be trying different locations. And I film where I'm at, and if there's background noise, there's background noise, and I do my best to reduce all of that so you can just focus on what I'm saying. But some things are just kind of unpreventable. So, thank y'all. Catch you another time. Love y'all. May God bless.